President Trump's goal to arrest 1,000 immigrants a day is creating a boon for companies that run private jails. The Scripps News investigative team is learning just how much money is being made and why so many more dollars are still on the table. Scripps News investigative reporter Patrick Terpstra has been covering the growth of private jails. And Patrick, you've been looking into new financial records that seem to be showing big profits. What's going on there?
Well, that's right, Holly. There really are two companies we're talking about, CoreCivic and the GEO Group. And both of these companies are public. And because of that, we're able to see their earnings reports to find out exactly how much revenue they have been raking in because of these immigration arrests. The Scripps News investigative team has learned the two main companies under contract with ICE to detain immigrants are raking in revenue. Here's the CEO of the GEO Group on a recent earnings call.
We are very pleased with our strong second quarter results. This is a unique moment in our company's history.
Government-run jails like Alligator Alcatraz don't have enough bed space for the flood of undocumented immigrants arrested by ICE now awaiting deportation hearings. That's leading to huge demand and profit for operators of private jails, inking deals with ICE. The GEO Group forecasting $85 million in revenue from a jail in Baldwin, Michigan, $66 million from a center in Folkston, Georgia, $31 million from a detention site in Adelanto, California, and $60 million from Delaney Hall in Newark, New Jersey, where a congresswoman was arrested this spring after a confrontation with ICE agents. CoreCivic, the other corporate owner of jails, also reporting major profit growth, a 17% jump in revenue from ICE as immigrant detentions in the U.S. reach an all-time high. CoreCivic is now boosting projected earnings for the year by over $15 million. Profit from federal tax dollars that will benefit the company's shareholders, explains Brett Burkhart, professor at Oregon State University.
The first day after the election, stock prices jumped 30%, 40% for CoreCivic and GEO. People who got in early on have made quite a bit of money in the last 6 months or so.
Both CoreCivic and the GEO Group see room for even more growth, hoping to tap into $45 billion included in President Trump's big bill to nearly double immigrant detention space to 100,000 beds.
That's a really dramatic change, and I think that is where the private industry has room to grow.
Those billions of dollars are set to start flowing in a matter of weeks. The companies are working to reactivate idle detention centers, including a 1,000-bed facility we visited in Leavenworth, Kansas, where the city has sued to keep the jail empty. Scripps News heard stories of overcrowding and understaffing from when the Leavenworth site housed federal prisoners before closing in 2021.
People were everywhere.
A 2016 federal audit found higher rates of safety and security incidents at private jails, including assaults both by inmates on other inmates and by inmates on staff. With ICE denying lawmakers access to jails for oversight visits, and with ICE using no-bid contracts to quickly expand the use of private jails, Professor Michael Hallett at the University of North Florida says there's a lack of accountability.
We don't know, for example, how much medical care the detainees are guaranteed. Ultimately, it's a money-making business. Who are the inspectors and what sort of oversight will they be afforded? Those are all open questions right now.
Unlike federal prisons, the goal of a private jail is to make a profit. And with the federal government dollars flowing in, those profits are soaring. And again, $45 billion now on the table because of the big Trump bill. That money could go straight into GEO Group as well as CoreCivic. GEO Group saying that they see unprecedented growth opportunities because of those dollars. At the same time, though, both companies do say that they make sure to treat all of their detainees in a humane and safe way. Holly.
And Patrick, the jail that you saw in Leavenworth, Kansas, where a fight is ongoing to keep it closed, is ICE any closer to being able to detain immigrants there?
Well, certainly CoreCivic thinks so. They have now hired 130 people, it turns out, to staff that location. The court case continues to play out. Leavenworth, Kansas, in the middle of a court battle that has gone on for months and months, still really pushing back, saying that when they look back to how things were before 2021, when the prison closed, they had lots of reports of understaffing, as well as just real crowded conditions that led to violence inside the jail. They're pushing back, but CoreCivic saying that at the end of the day, they very much expect that they will be able to house immigrants in that location, Holly.
Scripps News investigative correspondent Patrick Terpstra for us. Thank you so much for that.
Sure thing.